Our journey this episode begins with us mining a ton of iron, coal, and most importantly, copper, because we are now officially in the Copper Age update. And take a look at this cave I discovered, by the way. It is absolutely majestic. I genuinely did not want to leave. But of course, there was this little weird bug over here where water simply didn't want to flow properly. I guess that's just classic Bedrock Edition. And I'm pretty sure that I discovered Nemo in this cave, by the way. Just take a look at that. And not only that, but I also found a dungeon with a zombie spawner in it. We are definitely turning that into an XP farm. And the best thing about that cave, by the way, is that it is insanely close to my base. Take a look at this. This is where my base is, obviously. And if we take a little stroll going this direction, we are soon going to see that. A cobblestone pillar. And that cobblestone pillar is there to mark the staircase that I made leading down into the cave. And boy oh boy, I'm not even done exploring that cave. There was still so much area that I just did not have any time to cover. So who knows, we're probably gonna visit it once again in this episode. But before that, we kinda have to be productive in our base a little bit. I really wanna start building with copper, and you know what, I even wanna use copper tools. Why not? Even though I'm using diamond gear, you know, I can downgrade for an episode or two and just use copper. I just want to experience how that feels like, considering that it is brand new items into the game. Now, I've also run into a tiny little problem here, and that is that I've kinda outgrown my starter house. I don't want to fill it up with chests everywhere just so I can store my items properly, so I think I'm gonna have to move out into a new house. And not only that, I'm gonna have to build myself a storage system. And the best part about that storage system is that I don't even need to do any item sorting. I can just make a couple of copper golems and, well, make them do that for me. Let's start smelting the raw copper, which is a lot. Oh my god, I just realized I don't even have that many furnaces. That's fine, I'm a patient person. And now literally 2 minutes ago, I said that I'm probably gonna be moving out of this house and into another house where I can actually put my stuff in. The problem is that I don't really have another house that I can move into, with the exception of that one over there, that I still don't know what to do with. I was initially planning for making it for the villagers, you know, but then I was thinking about it, wait, I want to make the houses here for the villagers, you know, where they are, and it doesn't make sense to have them up there. I don't know, I genuinely don't know. But I'm looking at this house and I'm thinking to myself, but wait a minute, it's a pretty big house, you know, we have 3 separate floors and we don't even have windows yet, but we can fix that. But I guess we have one room over here, we can put some stuff here, and then there's an entire floor here. Not only that, but I also forgot about the ground floor, which is, I guess, spacious as well. And I am not entirely sure, but I think we can get away with a basement as well. It's been a while since I've had to plan my builds like this, and I am kind of struggling. I don't know what to put, and I don't know where to put it. That's the problem. I also need to build a doghouse for my doggos, and I also want to collect all the dog variants. Oh my god. I have so much stuff to do in Bedrock Edition. Okay, let's calm down, let's sort out my items, and let's slowly start moving into the house over there and figuring out what to do after that. You know, I want to do a lot of stuff with the copper today. I want to make myself the copper golems, and I think I want to make a copper house, because why not? And oh boy, I think I just heard, yep, the worst mob in the game, the Phantom. Oh boy, I'm going to sleep right away. Alrighty, it's a brand new day, and as a matter of fact, it's been multiple brand new days. I've been doing a little bit of tidying up around the base. I've also been collecting materials, and most importantly, I think that now I can for surely say that this is indeed going to be my new house, because look at that. In the basement of this lovely new house, I've actually started to make my storage room. It's still a pretty long way from being done. I think I'm gonna expand it this way. And oh, look at that. We actually have more villagers. Now, this is a problem, buddy, because I'm gonna have a lot of trouble getting you out of there. You should have gone to either of these spots. Has anyone gone here? Oh, hello. Okay, this is good. This is nice. I did add another bed in one of the houses, and just like that, magic. Yet another villager appears. But we're not gonna talk about villagers anymore. This episode is not about villagers. This episode is all about copper. And I wanna experience everything copper. Now, it is a bit unfortunate that, you know, they dropped this update after I began my series. So I technically didn't get to experience how copper falls in between, you know, using wooden tools and iron tools. You know, that's the whole point of copper. It's supposed to be a step in between wooden tools. Actually, no, what am I talking about? Not wooden tools, stone tools. Yeah. Oh boy, I am okay. I promise. I am perfectly fine. Let me try this again. Copper falls right between stone tools and iron tools. Yeah, there we go. Nailed it. So obviously, I'm already geared up with diamond tools and a diamond armor. But that is not stopping us from experiencing copper. Oh yes. Just take a look at that. I look absolutely fabulous. And now another amazing thing about the Copper Age is that we have a brand new cape. Now let me see how we did this here. We go to the dressing room. We go to which one of oh yeah, this is the cape. And then we select it from here. We click equip and kablam. I guess this is one very tiny little thing that Bedrock Edition does better than Java Edition, because you can just natively swap your capes like that from the game. You can do that in Java Edition too, but you gotta use some mods in order to be able to do it. And if you're not using any mods, you gotta log out of the entire game, hop into the launcher, select your cape, and then hop back into the game. It's kind of annoying. So I guess this is a plus for Bedrock Edition. Look at that. Yay, Bedrock Edition did something good. And now speaking of good things, you know, this copper armor is not one. You know, I haven't personally used any copper tools or a copper armor yet, but from what I've seen, copper armor and copper tools are useless. And that kind of makes me sad, not gonna lie. And this is actually perfect because it is nighttime, meaning that bad stuff are spawning. And oh boy, yeah, that's a witch. I don't want to deal with a witch, so I'm gonna head this way where we have zombies. So now I'm gonna let the zombie hit me without blocking the attack. And you can see that I am actually taking a lot of damage. And now let me experiment a bit. So that first attack cost me 2 hearts. I'm gonna take off the armor. There's 2 of you. That's kind of unfortunate. I only need 1, so I'm gonna have to get rid of 1 of you. Come on. Don't make this difficult. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I wasn't looking at my hearts. Okay, we can do this. Oh, he's stuck on the fence. Look at that. Just like the fox, even though the fox isn't even stuck anymore. It somehow got free. So my health bar is about to fill up to the max. Come on, any moment now. There we go. So now if I walk up to the zombie, you can see I take 2.5 hearts. And when I'm with the copper armor, I take 2 hearts. So in conclusion, copper armor isn't even worth it. That's really sad to say, actually, because I think it looks absolutely fantastic. That's a wandering trader. I really want to see what he's selling. And yeah, I was really hoping for a sapling of a tree that I do not yet have, but well. Okay, back to talking about copper. I don't think I'm gonna waste any copper actually making any copper tools because that's just pointless. But I am gonna be keeping this copper armor for aesthetic purposes somewhere around my base. Maybe I'm gonna make multiple ones. Maybe I'm gonna put some armor trim on them, you know, make them nice and flashy. And now, however, okay, thank God, I actually have a lot of pumpkins. This is good. This is great. I am going to be making myself a copper golem, and I am gonna stick 2 of them right in the middle of my storage room. Okay, how do I want to do this? I think I want to have a chest right here, actually. So as you might do this, I do that, and then oh my god, look at them, they're so adorable. Here I have a lot of cobblestone, so now I'm gonna put all of this cobblestone here, and I'm gonna watch these guys do their magic. Come on. No, that's wrong. What? That's not where you're supposed to put it. What are you guys doing? I have cobblestone here. Can you not reach that chest? Okay, well, let me fix that for you. Do I need to destroy this like this? No, this is wrong. Bad, copper golems. Bad. Let's do this again. I put cobblestone here, and you're supposed to put it over there. Come on, you can do this. Do I need to also help you out more like this? No? No, that's wrong. What are you guys doing? That's wrong. Why are you putting it? Oh my god. New idea. I'm gonna put something in that chest. I also put copper inside here. You can do this. There's 2 of you. That's at least 2 brain cells. Okay, he picked it up. And now you're looking there. There's gravel there. Oh, okay, there we go. Come on, you can do this. I believe. There we go. Oh my god, look at that. They actually did it. Congratulations. This is absolutely amazing. Now, I assume that I actually have to fill up all the chests with something so that they actually know exactly where to put the stuff. But that's okay, I'm gonna be filling these chests anyways. Oh my god, this makes me so happy. Good job, fellas, good job. This is exactly what you were supposed to do. Well, there you have it. I have my own copper golems, and they're gonna be sorting my items for me. This is amazing. But before I actually fully move all of my stuff into my brand new house, I actually want to build another house right over here in this area that I've cleared up. I want to build a copper house. Now, when it comes to copper, you know, it's a very unique block. It's the only block in the game that actually oxidizes. And not only the blocks, everything made out of copper oxidizes, including the chests and the golems. And when I was planning things out earlier, I was like, okay, but wait, I'm gonna be building a house out of copper. I'm probably gonna have to have an axe on me at all times so I can scrape off the corrosion on the copper blocks. And then I planted a tree. I planted an oak tree sapling right over here. And when that oak tree sapling grew into an oak tree, something very weird happened. It grew with a bee nest. And not just with a bee nest. It actually grew with a bee nest with 2 bees inside of it. And I'm very bamboozled because in my 13 years of playing Minecraft Java Edition, I've planted thousands of trees, and I've never had this happen to me. I don't think I've even seen this happen to anyone, and I'm just really confused. Is this an actual mechanic of the game that happens and it's just like rare or something? Or if it's just another classic Bedrock Edition bug? I genuinely have no idea, and if you do, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm too lazy to check on the Minecraft wiki. So yeah, that responsibility falls on you, my fellow gamers. But okay, enough talking about weird Bedrock bugs. I am incredibly happy that I have a bee nest and 2 bees inside, because I just need a little campfire here and I can start harvesting both honey and honeycombs. So yeah, my fellow gamers, let's gather up all of our copper and let's get started with building a copper house. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the ultimate copper house. Just look at that. I am very happy with the way this turned out. I actually didn't have anything planned out when I started building this. I was just like, yep, okay, I want to use copper as my main material and I just want to see what I do with that. That was the task that I gave myself, and I think I did a fine job. So let's start with a simple tour. You know, there's actually not that much to it. I mean, it's just a copper house. It's not that big and it's kinda empty on the inside. No interior with the exception of the 2 sets of stairs and a lone crafting table here. But look at that, by the way. While I was building this house, I was lucky enough to meet a wandering trader that sold pale oak saplings. And finally, I did not make the mistake of planting one and harvesting it and just completely forgetting forgetting about it and not collecting the saplings like I did initially. And this time around, I actually planted plenty of them, harvested them all, and look at that. We incorporated it in our copper house. And I wasn't entirely sure about it in the beginning, to be completely honest, but looking at it now, when I actually waited out for the copper to age, I think that it looks majestic. And look, we have little copper golems on the front. Oh my god, they're tuckered out. They're tired from all the item sorting, so now they're taking a rest right at the entrance of the house, possibly forever. And I don't know if you noticed, like obviously we have this little guy here taking a stroll through the garden, but we also have a little copper golem peeking through the window over there. I'm really happy with how that turned out. And now, to be completely honest, I don't even know why I built this place. I mean, like, I don't know what to put here. My main base for the time being is obviously that house right now, but I don't really have anything to put in the new copper house. I do need to actually make some farms, and I was thinking I make myself a wool farm over here, I make myself a proper honey farm over here. Maybe not, this is a tiny little area. Maybe I'm gonna have to rethink that. But I also need a pumpkin farm, a melon farm, a potato farm, a carrot farm, and a sugarcane farm. Yeah, I need a lot of things. And instead of focusing on the farms and, you know, optimization, I decided to build a copper house. I guess that's just how I roll. And speaking of rolling, by the way, this video was definitely not rolling. It took me forever to finish, and not because it was challenging or anything like that. It is because I got sick yet again. Wow, what a surprise. CringyNick getting sick and being unable to record because he didn't have a voice. That has never ever happened before on the channel. Oh boy. This is not gonna be a proper CringyNick Bedrock Edition experience video if I don't complain a little. Just a tiny little bit, okay? While I was working on the copper house, I got attacked by a wave of zombies because this area was not very well lit and I was using it to, you know, farm some trees. It is pretty... Oh my god, that guy just spawned right in front of me. Hello? What are you offering? Okay, bunch of useless things. So, as I was saying, I was just chilling around here, you know, and I suddenly got attacked by a huge wave of zombies. It was like straight up The Walking Dead here. But I noticed that a very huge chunk of those zombies were actually zombie villagers, which was extremely weird, by the way. I don't think I've ever had that happen to me. But yeah, I fought off the regular zombies, I fought off all the skeletons, the creepers, the spiders, all of that. And after that, there was 4 zombie villagers left. And, you know, I was about to kill them, obviously, as you naturally do, but then I thought, wait a minute, I can trap those zombie villagers and cure them and turn them into regular villagers and, you know, put them in a boat or a minecart and drive them over here and have them be my slave for the rest of eternity and give me emeralds. But I guess because this is Bedrock Edition, things didn't really go my way. So this is... Wait, is it dark enough? Yes, it is dark enough. Perfect. So this here is where I trapped all those 4 zombie villagers. Do you see the problem with that, by the way? I'm just gonna let you sit here and think about it for a second. I said that I trapped 4 zombie villagers in this little area. I'm pretty sure that you can see what's wrong with that, right? I don't know why. I guess my spidey senses were tingling because Bedrock Edition works in mysterious ways. And you know, I've had a lot of mobs disappear on me. I've had a lot of goofy, quirky things happen to me while I've been playing Bedrock Edition. So as I trapped the 4 zombie villagers here, I spent quite some time, you know, working on the copper house. And at some point I was like, wait a minute, I haven't really been hearing all that many zombies in the background as I was a couple minutes ago. So I decided to come here and dig these fellas up, and literally after breaking one block, I realized that these are no longer multiple fellas, but it is unfortunately only one fella left. And once again, I guess I am turning to you, my fellow gamers, with some knowledge on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. I need answers. I genuinely need answers. Like, why did this happen? Was the space not big enough? Did I do something wrong? It was completely covered up. There was no way that there was sunlight. But why did they disappear? How does this work? And why does it work like that? I guess I'm just gonna cover you back up, you know, protect you from the daylight, even though you might mysteriously despawn. Who knows? We're gonna keep track of this guy, and next next episode, we're gonna find out if he's still there or if he's not. And alright. I guess we're gonna leave this copper house to completely oxidize because I'm actually not entirely done with it yet. I am waiting for a few bits and pieces to oxidize to the perfect level so that I can use all of these honeycombs to wax it and keep it in that state forever. So we're gonna be leaving that to happen in between episodes. Maybe you're actually gonna see the completely oxidized variant in the thumbnail of the video. Who knows? And on that note, my fellow gamers, I am actually going to be ending this video. Yes.